Today we're looking at the Corsair package by OceanPro. It's a BCD and reg set that's full of features at a great value. The Corsair BCD has padded shoulder straps. You'll also notice that there are D-rings that are in the shape of a triangle. There's a quick link on the side so you can just spin it loose, take it off the attachment point, put it on a different attachment point, and then fasten it again. The Corsair BCD also has these swivel clips, and the advantage these have is that it helps reduce the chance that the webbing is going to double over on itself. Also, the swivel clip's a button, so you can unclip it and then just push it back in, and you're clipped in again. There are D-rings that run alongside both sides of the BCD, so you have several attachment points for different accessories. There are even two on the back as well. There's an attachment point for a dive knife on both sides of the BCD here and here. And then here we have a roll-out pocket. Just roll it out. And you have more area to store your accessories. There's a zipper to keep your things nicely secured. And there's even mesh on the bottom, so that way you can allow for drainage and you don't have water that retains in there. Also, with this style of pocket, you're less likely to forget anything inside your BCD pockets. The BCD also has the ability to integrate your weights. You just take out the weight pocket, open up the Velcro flap, and then you can put your weights in. There's enough to fit a couple in there, but also not too big to where they're going to float around. And then you just push it back in, and you can hear that click and it's secured. On the back is a standard cam band, and attached to it are trim pockets. Now you just open that with the zipper and feed your weight in, and on the bottom there is a grommet to allow for drainage. The advantage you have of trim pockets is it allows you to put the weight on the back, and you can dive in more environments because you can wear more weight. There's also a tank valve strap that's attached to the tank rail, and what that allows is for you to set this onto the tank so you get the same position every time. On the rail itself are these pads, and those are anti-slip pads, so there's less chance of the tank floating around on the BCD as well. The BCD has a rigid back, and below the padding here is a handle so that you can better transport the BCD, whether it be on a tank or off the tank. The BCD comes with a standard inflator with a deflate button, inflate button, and is fully serviceable as well. Check out the padding of the back. Here, there's some extra padding for the inside of your back to give you that lumbar support as well, making for a more comfortable fit. The Torquay F300 reg set comes in a reusable accessory box for all of your different dive items. When we unzip it open, we find that the regulator is packed within a t-shirt for protection, and it's also OceanPro's commitment to getting away from single-use plastics. The second stage, the Torquay, comes with dynamic adjustment. So that dynamic adjustment you can turn up or down depending on what breathing resistance you want on your dive or what the dive demands of you. Then on the first stage we have 4 low pressure ports and 2 high pressure ports. The advantage of the 2 high pressure ports being mainly that you can run a transmitter with a backup gauge. Also, the oversized yoke fitting will fit most valve configurations. The first stage is balanced, so you can breathe just as easily on a low tank versus a high tank, or if you're at depth. The Osprey F400 reg comes in the same packaging, and the second stage has the same dynamic adjustment as the Torquay, but it also has a Venturi, and you can have that on or off. If you have it on, then it'll be easier to breathe because it creates a Venturi effect on the inside here. And if you have it off, then you'll find that it won't bubble as easily on the surface when the pressure of the water hits the purge. Also on the side, there is this heat exchange for colder water diving. Now the first stage, the F400 has the same amount of ports, 2 high pressure and 4 low pressure. The first stage is also balanced, but it's also environmentally sealed, and that means that it keeps the particles out of the first stage chamber, which helps prevent against corrosion, and also lets you dive in colder water environments. Regardless of what hardware set you choose, the Torquay or the Osprey, each package comes with an OP20 Occy and a standard OceanPro gauge. All OceanPro hardware comes with our free Parts for Life program. And what that entails is that provided you keep the gear serviced, we'll provide the service kits for free with participating retailers.